Hello everyone and welcome to the final game of Week 2 SPL. This is Gold Mason, back on the mic. And I'm excited for this one, I'll be honest. We got Violet River versus baddummy. An interesting matchup. Lower on the PRs, but I think pretty strong players within their own right. And I'm excited to see what happens this week. Both players are, I believe, 1-0 as well, so this will be an interesting game to see which one of them will make 2-0. We got Tyranitar versus Zapdos. Are we going to see the infamous Fire Blast into the Zapdos? We are. Suicune, however, is going to take that on the chin. Not worried about it at all. And Skarm is going to come in while Registeel swaps in, which is a really nice swap from baddummy. Nice Thunderwave Paralysis, but that's just going to let up 3 layers. I'm going to assume that Violet River has a spinner in the back with the Registeel, so there that spinner is. I don't think that baddummy is going to be rocking a Gengar on this team. Nope. Blissey is in, and Starmie will get rid of those spikes. Tyranitar is going to come back in. Not leftovers, so it is a Lum. So Blissey is going to get some nice permanent damage. And Zapdos is going to take that Brick Break pretty easily. Not really threatened out anymore. Yeah, that Crunch does not very much. Looks like a Zapdos, a defensive Zapdos, so not going to take very much from this. Probably going to be forced out by the Registeel. It is, in fact. And Registeel looks like it could be quite annoying for baddummy's team, just by virtue of bulking out pretty much everything, except for the Suicune, maybe. Swampert comes in on a Thunderbolt. Takes a Toxic. Nice Hydro Pump. Does a sizable amount of damage. We're going to see Rest. We are. So, this Zapdos looks incredibly threatening to River's entire team now. Up goes the Spike. Nice Taunt to stop Blissey from healing. Second Spike goes down with the Seismic Toss. The real question is whether or not baddummy's Claydol is going to be able to get these spikes gone. And I believe that is why River went to Swampert. It is Heal Bell Blissey, which heals up the entirety of baddummy's team, releases the Zapdos from the rest. So this is looking like a very, very tough matchup for River's team. Focus Punch revealed on Swampert means that I don't expect this to be a Curse Swampert. A Cursed Rest Swampert in particular looked pretty threatening, but with Focus Punch and Hydro Pump, it's probably not going to be Rest Curse Swampert. Which means that Violet River's in a tough spot. A really tough spot on matchup. There's the Rest. And there's the Seismic Toss. So there's like 2 big Pokemon that Violet River wants to boom on. There is the Zapdos that is currently walling or threatening the entire team. And then there is the Suicune that is the large threat, and I will also add on the Blissey. So Registeel taking a para is not great. Neither is the critical hit. Now we'll see if the Registeel rips the boom or not. Does in fact, and the Zapdos lives. That is really not good. I suppose that the Tyranitar will come into pursuit, and it does. So the Zapdos will go down. That's huge. Dugtrio is going to come in for the counter trap, which is also huge. The Tyranitar was very threatening to the Skarmory. Blissey's going to come in, and Will-O-Wisp unfortunately misses. If this was a Taunt Wisp Gar, might be able to force Blissey into a very suboptimal situation, but now does not. A nice heads-up Hydro Pump from Violet River, realizing that she threatened Blissey pretty heavily, and gets a nice big chip on Skarmory. No spike from baddummy yet. It was spun away. They were spun away earlier, so Swampert is going to die very soon, but at the very least, spikes have been denied. Alright, and spikes are completely denied as Skarmory is used as a sack. This Starmie might be... Yeah, the Starmie does die to the Dugtrio Earthquake, so that is a huge piece of Violet River's team gone, and a huge check to that Suicune. I expect the Suicune to be much tougher in the late game here. A nice... oh man, it is a Rest Claydol. Going to be tough for Skarmory to deal with. Although I believe that Skarmory could have clicked Taunt on that turn. That Claydol rested and stopped it. Would have probably been a huge play. So, Dugtrio will be going down. Now able to be used as a spike sack. Blissey, 27%. Nice taunt to stop the soft-boiled potential. Now we're going to see a roar, and Blissey's going to be very, very low. Next time, if it came in on 3 spikes, it would be... Yeah, Dugtrio is going to be used as a spike sack. Claydol is going to be let in so that it can wake up and spin those spikes. Violet River did not risk the Gengar. And roaring to the Blissey. Blissey is now able to heal up, which it does. This is looking pretty over for Violet River. I mean, the Skarmory does not have a way to stop the Claydol with it having rest. I mean, sort of. Taunt does stop rest, but the Claydol really just needs to spin and then leave. But now that the Skarmory is dead, so that's that. This matchup was going to be incredibly tough for Skarmory either way, so Gengar going to take a Shadow Ball. Not what it wants to have happen. The Swampert is nearly dead, so I mean, there was some nuance on turn 46, I believe it was, to potentially taunt the Claydol, but kind of hard read to make. I mean, the Claydol could have just clicked Rapid Spin either way. So, oh, Gengar's frozen. That's not good. And it stays frozen. I don't expect it to unfreeze. Even if it did, again, I don't know what it would do. Even like something like Destiny Bond would simply kill the Blissey and then leave the Swampert to die to Surf. And down Swampert goes, and that is the game. Kind of a tough matchup for Violet River, I will say. Baddummy brought a pretty excellent team into this style, and then played it pretty well, pretty methodically. And Violet River tried to make some plays to get back in there, but couldn't pull the trigger on a couple key turns that might have maybe brought her back into it. So, especially the critical hit on Registeel, I believe, was quite unfortunate. It made the loop with Zapdos tougher and meant that Tyranitar had to come into Pursuit Trap, and yeah, just some tough turns, very, very tough turns. But yeah, baddummy is now 2-0, and I expect him to do very well this tournament. As I wrote in my PRs that I submitted for Smogon, I thought that baddummy was going to be a pretty tough opponent for this pool. And I look forward to seeing Violet River bounce back next week. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been Gold Mason, and if you like my content, please feel free to subscribe and like and comment and all of that. Also a reminder that I do still do stuff on the Revival channel as well as the Smogon YouTube channel now. So feel free to give those a like and subscribe as well. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying all of the content. One last thing before I leave, and if you have stayed to this point, thank you for staying. But I am obviously going to keep covering SPL games. However, at the pace that I am recording and releasing the videos, I will eventually outpace SPL. So if you have any opinions on styles of content you would like me to do to make up for the time that I would be waiting for SPL videos, please let me know in the comments. I'm looking at stuff like maybe doing some live streams, maybe going over some old hype ADV games, and breaking them down a little bit, and then potentially other side tours. The Smogon ADV Winter Seasonal is up, and there will be replays from that I would love to look at, stuff like that. So let me know in the comments what your preferred content would be, and I will be more than happy to cover it. So thank you everybody for joining me. Sorry for the extra few minutes of talking. This has been Gold Mason, and I will see you next time. SPL Week 3, as well as maybe some other content. See you then.